Sonia Gandhi stays as chief. The Congress decides in a 4-hour post-mortem of its election debacle. Sonia Gandhi will continue as the party president. This was decided after a mammoth 4.5-hour meeting this evening amidst demands of a change in leadership in view of the party's disastrous performance in the recently held state polls. But the CWC has reposed faith in Sonia Gandhi's leadership. She has been asked, though, to effect organizational changes.
Happened in the working committee, and working committee unanimously accepted a statement which I am going to read out. The recent assembly election results of 5 states are a cause of serious concern for the Indian National Congress. The party accepts that due to shortcomings in our strategy, we could not effectively expose the misrule of BJP state governments in 4 states and overcome the anti-incumbency in the state of Punjab in the short time after effecting a change of leadership. Congress party represents the hope of millions of Indians against political authoritarianism prevailing in the country today, and the party is fully conscious of its immense responsibility. The CWC expresses its gratitude to millions of Congress workers and leaders across the 5 states who work tirelessly for the party and its candidates. While humbling accepting the electoral verdict of the latest round of assembly elections, the Congress party assures its workers and the people of India that it will continue to remain a vigilant and vibrant opposition. Congress party will fully prepare to face the electoral challenges in the election-going states in 2022 and 2023, as well as in the Lok Sabha election 2024. CWC unanimously reaffirms its faith in the leadership of Srimati Sonia Gandhi and requests the Congress President to lead from the front, address the organizational weakness, effect necessary and comprehensive organizational changes in order to take on the political challenges. And CWC also decided to have a detailed deliberation of the party strategy and way forward in the upcoming elections in 2022, 23 and 24. A Chindan Shivir of the senior leaders will be held immediately after the current parliament session. Before the Chindan Shivir, the CWC will meet once again to discuss the matters to be taken up in the meeting, including the organizational changes and the strategies. Honorable Congress President will immediately take up the immediate correction measures to revamp and re-strengthen the organization. This is what we decided today's working committee.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया महासचिव संगठन श्री केसी वेणुगोपाल का। आदरणीय साथियों, बहुत संक्षिप्त में अगर मैं ये कहूँ, जैसा वेणुगोपाल जी ने बताया, आज लगभग 5 घंटे तक कांग्रेस कार्य समिति की बैठक अखिल भारतीय कांग्रेस कमेटी के इस प्रांगण में हुई।
All right, so let's go across now to Sunil Prabhu, who was monitoring this meeting. Sunil, a sense of deja vu, a marathon meeting at the end of which, faith and confidence is reposed in the top leadership, and the party is asked to effect organizational changes.
That's right, Sarah, but first I must say that what we said yesterday, Sonia Gandhi in that opening remarks offered and said very categorically, to quote a source at the CWC, in which he said that that if the party feels all 3 are ready to resign. So it's in that context that what we had reported yesterday has been reaffirmed. Of course, there was a denial by the Congress party, but the Congress President, Sonia Gandhi, making that opening remarks, wanting people to be free and frank, and that is the reason for why we had this marathon meeting. It's a marathon meeting in which there will be another Congress Working Committee to decide the agenda and the focus in terms of what organizational changes should be done, which will be held immediately after the current Parliament session. The focus, of course, is on another Chintan Shivir, and then, of course, major changes within the party that need to be done on an early basis so as to be able to ensure that the party can be found fit and ready to take on the BJP and the RSS, as they put it today, saying it is only the Gandhis who can do so. So it's in that context that the meeting has reaffirmed the faith on Sonia Gandhi.
All right. But Sunil, you're saying it was a free and fair and frank discussion for 4 hours, but there were only 3 G23 members, Anand Sharma, Ghulam Nabi Azad and Mukul Wasnik, in this meeting?
That's right. And Mr. Anand Sharma as well as Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad speaking point to point on what they believe is required to be done to strengthen the party. They made their points loud and clear, and it was appreciated. They also said that they have been fighting for the Congress party as they have from within, unlike others. And they made it clear that don't extrapolate what is being reported. But it's in that context that they did speak, all of them. And not only them, there were others who were very honest in their approach. I don't want to take their names, but the list is known to everybody in terms of what they believed was an important deliberation, and that's the reason for why they went ahead with that decision. So clearly the focus on having a free and frank discussion on this important issue.
So Sonia Gandhi will continue as the party president. So Sunil, what happens then to those polls, internal polls that were on the agenda to advance to select a new party chief? So is that going to happen? Has that been advanced? Does it stay in September?
So that. Yeah, so just at a caveat, Sarah, that Sonia Gandhi will continue as Congress president till the organizational elections are held. The organizational elections, they are going to have a Chintan Shivir to see how the party can be strengthened at the grassroots level. So that will be slightly delayed in terms of how it goes forward. But definitely they would like to have a vibrant Congress. So in that context, there will definitely be some attempts to ensure that entire process gets unfolded as fast as possible. But it's just not going to be Congress president-centric. They want to have certain organizational changes, and that's the reason why the Congress Working Committee will meet after the Parliament session to resolve these issues.